Welcome back, everybody. This is Tyler Weeb from Pro Physique, and today we're going to talk about stopping the yo-yo dieting. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. So, today I wanted to talk about stopping the yo-yo dieting. So what is yo-yo dieting? Well, once I explain it, I am sure that you will go, yeah, I know a lot of people like this, or myself have done and gone through this. So yo-yo dieting is the process of someone goes on a diet, right? Whether it is, a keto diet or Whole30 diet, name a diet, they'll go on it. Detox, cleanse, whatever. They will go hard for 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Name your time frame. Lose a bunch of weight, and then they will get to a point where the diet has become unsustainable. They have probably deprived themselves of a lot of foods that they have enjoyed in the past, and they will go back to eating normal, so like they did before the diet, or there actually will be a binge time frame where, maybe for a week, 4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, where they will not be able to stop themselves almost from eating. What will happen is that they will actually then put on the weight back that they have previously lost, if not more, depending on how extreme the weight loss was and how extreme the diet was. They will put on more weight than they actually lost, let's say over a 4-month period, right? They put back on the 20, 30 pounds that they lost because their diet was so extreme that that's how much they lost. Now, they have gotten to this point. They probably don't like themselves. They're probably very mad at themselves. They're probably very disappointed. And so they go back on what worked previously. So they go back on their extreme diet. And they diet back down. But this time it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit more extreme. But they do it because they are, so unhappy with themselves that they, put that weight back on. So let's say they do it. Then they come off the diet, they're a little bit better this time, but they kind of still go back to eating normal. Maybe they didn't binge this time. Well, slowly but surely, that weight starts to come back on. And then you can see where this is going, right? So yo-yo dieting, we're going up and down. We diet, we eat. We diet, we eat. We diet, we eat. And we tend to actually get a bit fatter each and every time that we eat. This is yo-yo dieting, and it is probably one of the most prevalent things in the dieting / let's say nutrition industry right now with everyone. Basically, you are going to see this from competitors, you're going to see this from general population. It doesn't really matter. It affects everyone at some point. I don't want to say everyone, but I would say most people. We need to stop the yo-yo dieting. By doing this, you are actually making it harder on yourself and on your body to lose weight in the future and to actually keep it off. How many people do you know that have gone on a diet? I would say probably 100% of you know somebody that has gone on a diet at some point. Everyone diets. How many do you know that dieted and actually kept the weight off 6 months later, a year later? I would say that there's not many of you that know that person because of the yo-yo dieting, because the extreme diets out there, because the unsustainability that people will put themselves through to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever it might be. But it's unsustainable weight loss. And they go right back to normal eating habits. So this is where we need to reverse diet, right? So it's kind of a case for reverse dieting. And is it twofold? One, we need to reverse diet out of a deficit. So if you have gone on a diet, you need to slowly bring your calories up. if you have a history of yo-yo dieting, of extreme caloric restriction and then putting weight back on, chances are, even if you have weight to lose, like let's say you are 20 pounds overweight, but you have a history of the yo-yo dieting, chances are you are gonna also have to spend time in a reverse, because we need to let the metabolism get back to homeostasis, get back to a normal place, because every time that we diet, all right, we decrease calories, we increase cardio, the body becomes much more efficient at using the food that you are giving it. So what happens? The metabolism, slows down, it decreases, right? Because you are giving it less and less food, and so it is requiring less and less energy. It becomes more efficient, right? So your body is literally fighting you as you try to lose body fat. And so what happens is all of a sudden we increase our caloric intake by twofold, right away we get that binge going, or we just go back to the normal eating caloric intake. Well, after a period of dieting, the metabolism needs time to recover and kind of come back up again. Well, we shoot our calories up, we eat. The body has been starving, not really, but it thinks that it has not been getting food, so it needs to store body fat because it thinks that it is, doesn't know when it's gonna get more food again. So stores a bunch of body fat, metabolism is still coming back up. Well, now we need to diet again because we put on a bunch of fat and we're not happy with ourselves. And before we really have let it come back, we, boom, crash calories again. Oh, well, okay, now the metabolism has to come back down because, well, we are, again, quote unquote, starving it. Not really, but for the sake of a better word, we're just gonna use that word, right? And so we get this, and each time that we do this, metabolism becomes slower and slower. It requires more and more to diet. And so this is why we need a reverse diet, whether you have a history of it or you are coming out of a diet. By slowly increasing food, let's say for the person who has been dieting, we are going to allow the metabolism to kind of play catch up with the incremental increases in food. And so the goal is, to increase food while putting on minimal body fat. Now, are you going to put on body fat? Yes. Do you need to be okay with putting on some body fat? Yes. I understand that it is hard, but having some body fat is very healthy for the body. Having zero body fat is not healthy. Ask any person who has gotten truly stage lean. They might look their best, but I can tell you with 100% certainty, they have never felt worse in their life. All right, so I'm going through this right now. I was truly stage lean, the worst I have ever felt. I've got some body fat, I feel amazing. So, that is the person coming out of the diet. Now, someone who has a history of yo-yo dieting, that metabolism has been put through the ringer. And so, depending on where their caloric intake is, it's usually not that high. We need to eat more, right? We need to let the metabolism, again, come back to normal, establish a maintenance baseline, and just basically bring homeostasis back to the body. So, reverse dieting, very, very important. We need to stop yo-yo dieting. We need to, not diet for 12 weeks and then only, reverse for 12, or we need you need to spend the majority of your time with more food than you do dieting, all right? That is going to set your body up for a proper dieting phase. Even if you have a history of yo-yo dieting, we can spend time in a reverse, and that's actually going to make it easier for you to lose body fat, all right? All right, guys, that's gonna be everything for today. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions that you would like to see answered in future videos, go ahead, just leave a comment down below, and I would love to do that for you guys. Have a fantastic Tuesday.